Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Millicent Xandercs. I am a motherhood and lifestyle vlogger living here in California with my husband and my 4 beautiful girls. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys about the pressure that I've been receiving from social media women to give my husband a male child. That is not funny. Let's get to today's video. Okay guys, before I get started, I want to tell you guys a little story. So I remember when I was pregnant for my first baby, I was in Nigeria and I had just finished the ultrasound, and I went to see my mom. My mom was in a church, and I went to see my mom in the church, and she was with the pastor of the church, and the pastor of the church was like, "Oh my God, how are you doing? You look so good. You know, I had a vision. The Lord has told me that your pregnancy, you're going to give birth to a baby boy." I was like, "Oh really? That's wonderful, but I'm pregnant for a baby girl." I was like, "No, reject it. The Lord has said it is going to be a baby boy, and a baby boy it shall. I proclaim it in Jesus' name." I was like, nope, it's a baby girl. This is the result. I just came out from ultrasound right now. I am pregnant for a baby girl. And I was like, "Okay, don't worry, the next one will be a boy." Now fast forward to how many years later? Almost 8 years later, and with the recent occurrence, the recent stuff that's been going on my page on Facebook and my channel on YouTube, that took me back to that day. Okay, so I had recently posted a video on Facebook and YouTube where I did a live pregnancy test and found out that I'm not pregnant. Apparently I was just sick. So I was sick, and my husband and I decided to try to do a COVID testing and a pregnancy test just to be sure that I am not pregnant and I don't have COVID, so we can know how to treat it. I decided to do a live pregnancy test, to kind of like do a pregnancy test and test it out in front of you guys and find out together. Anyways, I did that and I found out that I was not pregnant. Whew, okay, so but unfortunately the comments I've been seeing on my video has been very outrageous. I've been getting comments like, "Don't worry, my God will wipe away the tears in your eyes. Don't worry, my God will bless you with your most heart desire," and a bunch of this or that, blah blah blah. A lot of them I'm going to post here right now. There are so many of them, and it's driving me crazy. Anyways, why am I making this video? I'm making this video to create a content because, one, I am a content creator and literally everything is a content for content creators. Okay, secondly, I'm making this video because I want to be the voice for girl moms like me who are okay, who are happy with what they have, with what God has blessed them with, but who have constantly found themselves in the position of being pressured to have a baby boy. Now, out of all the comments, thousands of comments I've received from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, only one person said something meaningful to me. The person was like, "All of you praying and praying that this woman should give birth to a baby boy. What if she gets pregnant and she doesn't give birth to a baby boy? What are you people gonna do?" And that is the question I'm here to ask. What if with all the everything I get pregnant and I don't give birth to a baby boy? Now, apart from that, a lot of you here on YouTube, the time I told you guys about my IUD journey, I have a 5 years IUD. That means I can't even get pregnant until 5 years. Okay, fine, I haven't given people an update on that because obviously it's not supposed to be an everyday topic. It's a private business, but I decided to share with you guys because I was experiencing a lot of stuff and I wanted to know if I was the only person in that position. Besides, I'm a content creator. We make content with all of these things. What I'm trying to say today is that the amount of pressure I have received recently, not to be pregnant, but to be pregnant with a baby boy, is so overwhelmingly sad. Not for me, okay, not for me, because like I said, I have IUD. I am not currently to have a baby, and even if I give birth to another child and it's a baby girl, I'm still going to be the happiest mom in the entire universe. I will. The same way I've been happy for every single child God has blessed me with, I'll be happy as well. If I get pregnant and it's a baby boy, fine. If I get pregnant and it's a baby girl, fine. Do you understand? But it is not your place to detect to a woman what type of child to give birth to. I know a lot of you are doing it from the place of you're praying for me, or somebody told me, don't worry, the next one will be a twin baby boys like this, like me. I'm like, my sister, I'm not trying to be you. Do you get what I'm saying? I've received comments like, don't worry, what God does not do does not exist. I don't remember fasting and praying to God to give me a male child. Like right now, my biggest prayer is, God, I want to go to Hollywood. Like, God, please open door for me. I want to become a billionaire. There are people, there are thousands of people in the world, if not millions, who are begging God for one child. They can't have any, and they will pay any amount of money to get one. Why don't you focus that energy praying for them, genuinely praying for them to have a child? It is not your place. And these comments come from my fellow women. Why is it that we are still allowing the society to make us believe that it is our responsibility to give birth to a baby boy? And to an extent, I understand that a lot of women, they take out their insecurities on other women. They feel like, seeing me on social media, I may not be as happy as I am on social media. I don't know, honestly, sometimes I'm imagining, maybe these people think that maybe behind the camera I'm somewhere and I'm crying and I'm fasting and praying and everything. And I'm like, no, honestly, no. If I am, you will know, because I literally post my feelings, whatever I'm going through, both good, bad, or ugly, I post it on Instagram. And this one, I don't have close friends that only my close friends will see. No, I post it on Instagram. Whatever it is that I'm going through, my Instagram story, that is where I share my deepest thoughts. Things I cannot make a video of, things I cannot post on, I post it on my Instagram story. Do you understand? So I don't have anything to hide. I'm very open to that extent. So yes, if I'm crying for a male child and I'm praying and I feel like God cannot hear my prayer, I'll call you to come and pray, but I'm not. I am not praying. I am happy, genuinely happy. Okay, let's tone it down, people. Let's tone it down. You're not just putting pressure on me, you're putting pressure on the thousands of women who follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. The thousands of women who have written to me, not up to 1,000, but you get the point. A lot of women have written me emails, DMs, and messages. They're like, Millicent, ever since I came across your channel, you have made me feel comfortable. You have shown me that I can be happy as a girl mom. And I'm like, as you should, sis. Like, please be as happy as you need to be. That is why I'm here. I remember when I had my third child and I posted on social media and I sent to my friends and I was like, hey, I sent them like the hand of my little baby. And a lot of them were like, another girl, another girl. You know, all of those nasty comments, that really broke my heart. Now, I had two options. I had the option to hide my fourth pregnancy and not let the whole world know about it until I give birth and it's a boy. I had that, like that thought came to my head. I was like, maybe I should hide this fourth pregnancy. That way nobody will ask me this, another girl, another girl. You understand? That really broke my heart, the way people responded to my third baby. Now, when I was pregnant for the fourth one, I was thinking of that, but then I was like, no, how about I create a YouTube channel and I document my pregnancy journey and show people that whether it's a boy or a girl, I am still me. Besides, having children does not define you. Being a mom does not define you. Being a wife does not define you. What defines you is being you. What defines me is being Millicent Xandercs, being my authentic self. That is what defines me. What defines me is what I have up here, and what the kind of kindness I am able to give, the kind of love I'm able to show to people. That is what defines me. Children and husband, they do not define me and they do not define you. So why is it that we have made it our responsibility that the first time we see a woman, the first thing we see is, a child, she does not have a boy, oh, she must be suffering, God, I beg, give her a son. No, that is not real. That's not right. That is not right at all. It is not your job to pray to God to give me a baby son, a baby boy. No, that's not your job. Stop looking at me and pitying me. And I'm sorry I didn't say this on time, but if you're an American and you don't understand what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is this: as a Nigerian, there's this stigma with Nigerian women that if you don't have a son yet, you don't have a child yet, and we need to break that stigma. And the worst of it is that it comes from people, women. Our women have been raised to think that it is their responsibility. No. At the end of the day, it is whatever the man gives to you that the woman will produce. So if your husband gives you a baby girl, that is what you're going to produce. If your husband gives you a baby boy, that is what you're going to produce. Do you understand? And at the end of the day, it is not your responsibility to remind a woman. Somebody wrote me a message when I say, please try and give your husband a son so he'll be happy. I'm like, did my husband call you on the phone and tell you he's not happy? This is my fellow woman. I felt bad for her because I could only imagine what she was going through in her own home. I was assuming that she must be going through a lot to think that my own happiness is not real. Now, it is not my responsibility to control your feelings or the way you think, but it is my responsibility to speak up for myself and for the thousands of women who follow me, the thousands of women who feel the need to genuinely be happy with themselves, that they are okay. Do you even know that there are women here in the United States that choose not to have children at all? They get married and they're like, hey, I can't be a mom, okay? I don't want to be a mom, and they're fine. Now, you will see a woman like that and start saying, hey, God will bless you, God will wipe away your tears. Somebody told me, your most heart desire will come to pass. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I have children. I am happy with them. Like, are you telling me that these ones I have, they are not desired? Hey, it is funny, but it is not. It is not, because there are women who are crying to God, who are fasting and praying for a child. Invest that prayer in yourself. Pray to God to help you succeed in whatever you're doing. I'm a Christian. I can speak for myself. I can speak, like the Bible said that we should ask and it shall be given. And when I do ask, God will give me. But I'm not currently asking because I'm not even seeking. I am fat, period, okay? A lot of, ever since I posted the other video, people have been telling me, so that means you're just fat for nothing. I said, yes, I'm just fat for nothing. I'll be making a video about that one separately, on why I am fat. I'll be making a video about it immediately after this one. But I just want to set the record straight, not just for me, like I said, for a lot of women out there. And I want any girl, woman, anybody out there who is watching this video, or man too, to understand that until God blesses you with another child that you want, or the gender that you desire, train and raise the ones that you have. Look down right now. They are right there in front of you. They need your attention. They need your love. They need you to dress them up like princesses. They need you to treat them like princesses. Don't let the pressure of the world make you to act like a mad person. You're going from one place to the other, from one church to the other, sowing seed up and down for God to bless you with the fruit of the womb. Meanwhile, God has given you seven. This person said, I use myself as a point of contact. Baby boy is your portion in Jesus' name. What if I am not currently wanting a baby boy? Like, what if I don't even want to have a baby boy? Do you know that there are some people who, because maybe the way their brother treated them or the way their dads treated them, they're like, I don't want to have a son. I just want to have girls, and that is it. Look at President Obama. He only has 2 girls. Look at me, what's her name? Bill Clinton. They only have 2 girls, and they are good. They are good. A lot of celebrities, they have just 2 girls or 1 girl, or just they have a girl child, and they are fine. Now, I am not saying that boys, they are not important as girls, and I'm not saying that they are not as relevant as girls, but we as Nigerians, we as Africans, we have been brainwashed to believe that until you have a male child, you don't have a child yet. No, no, get that out of your mind. Don't see a woman and the first thing you see is the number of children she has. There is more to me than my kids. There is more to me than being a wife, being a mom. So using yourself as a point of contact, did I think that God I cannot talk to God and God will answer me? The same way God is your father, He's my father too. Use yourself as a point. Pray for people who do not have a child yet. Pray for the children that are in motherless baby, some orphanage home, to find a forever home. Use that energy, channel it into that. Don't use yourself as a point of contact praying for me. No, don't do that. Remember, don't get me wrong. What I'm trying to say is that you feel you're praying for me, all you're doing is putting pressure on me. And a lot of women who are looking up to me, who see me being genuinely happy and they want to be happy, do you know what will be going through their head? Wait though, so if Millicent Xandercs can be, even with all the beautiful videos she makes with all her beautiful children, if people can be wishing her to have a son, like if people are not contented with the number of children she has, what about me? How are people looking at me? I am a public figure. And when people look at me, the pressure you put on me, you put it on them as well. Especially when people just genuinely want to love you for who you are, which is me, for who I am. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I don't want to have a boy child. No, I do. That is every woman's dream, to have boys and girls. Not every woman, some women dream to have boys and girls. Right now, I am not saying that I do not want to have a male child at all. What I'm saying is, allow me to enjoy my girl children until the day I am ready to be pregnant on the line. Okay, then if God chooses to bless me with a boy, fine. If he chooses to bless me with a girl, fine. And when I'm also ready to get pregnant and I choose, oh, maybe I don't want to try again, you know, I already have 4 kids, maybe I don't want to try again, maybe I just want to have a boy straight away, there is something called IVF. I can choose to do gender selection, and again, it is nobody's freaking damn business. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is nobody's business. Do you understand? I can choose to do that. If I can afford it, I will do it. That is if I want to. It should be my decision. It should be a decision between myself and my husband. It is not up to you. No amount of prayer you pray to heaven, if God decides, see, my daughter, I like you the way you are, can I raise these 4 beautiful girls for me and make them to become the most important, incredible people in the world, that is what I'm going to do. I'm not saying you shouldn't pray for me. Pray for me to become a billionaire. Pray for me to go to Hollywood. Pray for me that one day a television network will come across my channel and see me good enough to put me on TV. Pray that one of my videos will go viral and I will just become very famous in America. That's my dream. That is what is hungering me right now. Yes, that is all is hungry me right now. Pray that maybe one day I'll be eating with what? Michelle Obama and Oprah Winfrey. That is what I want. That is my biggest hunger right now. I am not hungry for a male child. So please, if you want to pray for me, pray that somebody will just dash me $1 million or Biko. And if you're a man out there maltreating your wife, disturbing your wife, nagging your wife, bullying your wife that she cannot give you a male child, my brother, it is your fault. Now you curse her. Now you curse her. Not the pressure woman like that. God do not give you continue to do something like that. It's not good. Go and check Google. Even say you know go medicine school or nursing school, whatever. Go and check on Google. Google, there is a little bit of education there for you so that you can understand that it is not the woman, it is not your wife's responsibility to give birth to a baby boy. It is your job. What you give to her is what she's gonna give back to you. And stop with the who will take over my name when I die. Are you die? Even if you die, what is it that you have that you need somebody to take over? And what pains me, before I conclude this thing, I just remembered something. What pains me is that the men that struggle with, oh, I want to give birth to a son so that the son will take over my name when I die. They don't have shishi, afo, kobo. They don't have. They are the ones struggling to hold on to father's name. Name that does not bring money. Name that does not bring connection. Name that does not open door. That is what they are killing their wife. I need a son that will take over my last name. What will your last name give you? My eyelashes feel like it's falling off. People will make me to wear eyelashes because of you today. What will a male child, what is it that your son that they will give birth to now will come and take over? Nothing. But you see people who are rich, they are not just rich in money, they are rich in brain, smartness. They are the ones becoming president of America. and they are doing it happily with their girl children. Obama has a lot to give to their children, but it is the female ones that will inherit it. My brother, invest that time developing yourself. Leave your woman, leave your wife alone. Stop punishing her. It's not her fault. If at any point God blesses you with a male child, take it. If you cannot afford to do IVF, then wait on God and wait patiently. Kwawa ibongege. Do your ibongi. Do whatever you want to do. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your wife. Enjoy the youthfulness. Stop making her age too much. Let her enjoy being young forever until she can have whatever child that you want. Okay? You don't need them. You want them. As I am, I don't need a male child. I want a male child. There is a difference. Want versus need. I don't need a male child. I want a male child, and that is the same thing with you. You don't need a male child because you have a child. You don't need a male child because there's nothing that your female children you have right now cannot do for you. You just want a male child. Just the same way I want a male child. Let me give you why. Let me tell you why. Because there is this thing my children, they are doing in school. They called mother-son skating something. I can't attend because I don't have a male child now, or I don't have a son in that school, right? Now, is this something I'm going to kill myself over? No. And any day they will do the one for daddy and daughter, I'll be so happy that my husband will get to go. And I'll be like, oh, maybe next time, don't worry, when I have a son, I can go with my son. And if that time ever comes, fine and good. You don't need a male child. You want a male child. You need to learn the difference. Stop pressurizing women and stop pressurizing yourself. And stop trying to transfer your insecurities onto somebody else. Somebody commented one day in my comment section, the person was like, so are you trying to say now that if God blesses you with a son, you will not be happy? I never said I will not be happy. But am I currently seeking right now? No. No. But I need people to just tone it down. Let's channel that energy into something more productive. And like I said, the only reason I'm making this video is because I'm a content creator and I need dramatic content like this one so that I can blow, okay? So that I can blow, okay? That is the only reason I'm here sitting and talking about it. If not, I'll be busy doing something else. That is the only reason. Well, that's not the only reason. Second reason is because I am speaking up for these thousands of women who look up to me, who see through me, who see themselves through me, who want to be genuinely happy with what they have. But you guys are putting pressure on them. When they read those comments, they feel pressurized as well. So if you're one of those women, don't fall for it. It's not your job. Do not ever let anybody on social media to control the way you feel. Don't do that. It's not your job to give birth to a baby boy. But if the baby boy comes, just know that I'm going to be as happy for you as I would have been for you if you had a baby girl. Okay? Let's learn to share love. Let's learn to love each other genuinely. Let's learn to support each other genuinely without those, nah, that's not nice. Okay? I love you guys and I love you for thinking of me, having me in your prayers. Just please pray a different prayer, Biko. I'm begging. I really need $1 million. I really do. I need $1 million. So pray something different, okay? You get what I'm saying? I love you guys and I love the way you guys love me. And I appreciate every single one of you. And I pray that this information that I have shared or this little stuff that I have said will enlighten a lot of you, because sometimes I see it as ignorance. Okay, so I hope this enlightens people. Okay, and I hope you don't take it personal. And somebody said, all of you wishing her to get pregnant, you people are not even in America with her. You know how this woman is suffering. She has 4 children, she has no help, she's in nursing school. People are wishing her to be pregnant. The woman went to say, thank God she's not pregnant because I don't know how she'll be able to handle it. That really melted my heart. And people thought she was being negative. No, she was not. She was really being sweet. She is going through a lot too, and she could only imagine what I was going through, handling 4 children and going to school and being a content creator. She was just speaking up for me, and that It's a good comment, but people were attacking her, and then it became very nasty over there. I just ignored the whole thing. But what am I trying to say? You guys, let's learn to love each other genuinely. Let's learn to support each other genuinely. And when you see me happy, I am genuinely happy. Okay, so when you see me smiling and I'm happy with my children, I am genuinely 100% happy with them, because they are the best gift God has given to me. Well, in addition to my husband and my parents and my siblings and my entire family. Like, you people, what are we not saying? Okay guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe and share. I'll see you guys in my next video. Meanwhile, I'm about to make a video on why I'm fat. So if you want to know why I am very fat and overweight right now, click the next video. That's if I've uploaded it by then, okay? But if I have, it's going to be right here, okay? Here. It's going to be right here. Till next time, I'll see you guys later. Be sure to stay safe, love each other, stop nagging your wife, and you stop nagging your sister-in-law and your daughter-in-law, so that God will not punish you. Anyways, bye guys. Ciao.
If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would?